What's up, guys? It's Kevin Mano out here on the balcony at MYfm with Amy Shark.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
I want to show you something before we get going here. This email is from April 21st, 2017. I sent it to my boss, our music director. It just says song, because we had talked. I told him I was going to send him a song.
Wow.
And it's Adore. So April of 2017.
Dude.
I fell in love.
You're the reason I'm here.
No. I fell in love with your music then, and I was so excited for your album. Honestly, hands down, one of my favorite of the year.
Oh, that's so
Love
great.
Monster is out. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. It's everywhere. It's doing very well, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, you should be. Was Adore the first thing you released to the world?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was like a bit of an accident because there was no strategy around Adore. It was just like I was really excited about it, and I just put it out like I have done heaps of other songs.
Sure.
And that's kind of the one that really connected, I guess.
Yeah.
So
what did that song in particular, it came out a couple years before the album.
Yeah.
What did that get you? I mean, were you,
oh man,
attached to any big tours after that or TV appearances?
Yeah, like it kind of just snowballed really quickly. Like it was like I had a label, I had a manager, I had a booking agent, I had tours booked, and it's just like the progress sort of. Next minute I was here and I was playing, the late night shows, and
Sure.
It felt like it happened very quickly. But I had a few years like in the making type thing. So
before that song came out, you
yeah,
mean?
I feel like I was in like a real big sort of training session up until now, so I was ready for it when it all
Cool.
happened.
I'm happy to hear that. And I want to talk about your connection with Blink-182. I'm a lifelong Blink-182 fan. You obviously have Mark Hoppus on the album. That's a great song.
Cool.
And did he produce that track? You guys
He
wrote it
did.
together and he produced?
Well, I wrote the song and it was so random. Like I was in Hawaii and I got a message from Mark on Twitter, and he's like, "Next time you're in LA, let's catch up." And I'm like,
Had you met him before that?
No, I hadn't even really reached out to him because I didn't want to seem like an extreme stalker, because I'd already met up with Tom and I'd actually heard from Travis, but I hadn't heard from Mark. So I was like, oh my God, I might as well come and meet Mark. And then we were speaking about the album. He was really interested. And
at this point, he had just heard a couple of songs of yours.
Yeah, he just heard like Adore, and we had a few people in common, and I think his son was listening to my music and whatever. And then I sent him Psycho that night. I said, I got this song that I think might really work.
Was there a guy's part on that song, or it was just you at that
No,
point?
I just had it as a normal song, but
Yeah.
I said to him, I'm more than happy for you to write your verse and sing on it. Like, that would be amazing.
Sure.
I kept pushing the boundaries. I'm like, if you could play bass, that'd be cool. If you could sing, that'd be cool. And then within 2 days, he had booked David Grohl's studio, like in the Valley.
Oh my God.
And then Psycho was born.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you were contacted by all three of the original members of Blink-182 separately?
Yeah, so
That's weird.
So look, I've been a Blink fan for a very long time.
Yeah.
I was an Angels and Airwaves fan. I was a Boxcar Racer fan. So
You didn't say plus 44.
I know I'm a plus 44. Sorry. No, I am a massive plus 44 fan. I love all the rap stuff that Travis is doing
Transplants and stuff,
on
and
the side.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just invested in everything that they do, and I think they're just so talented and consistent. I like that about artists. Everything is
Sure.
consistent, and good songs are being created by these guys. So I reached out to Tom, and then it's sort of felt like after I spoke to Tom, the rest sort of came around. I don't know.
It's interesting that you're sort of bridging that disconnect, I guess,
It's
between
really
Tom and
weird,
Mark
man.
right now.
It's really weird.
I don't think they talk too much, but you're talking to both of them regularly. That's
and
very cool.
we don't talk about the situation
Yeah.
or anything, and none of them have a bad word to say.
Sure.
But in my country, it's such a big deal. Like every interview I have, everyone's like, "So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get them back together?" And I'm like, "Man,
I will say I'm from
only
Chicago.
one human."
I am a lifelong Matt Skiba fan, Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
I like the current Blink-182. I love Tom, but I like their last album, and I like him, his
cool.
voice in that
Yeah.
group. So I like where Blink is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a win-win, really.
Yeah. And Tom is working on more Angels and Airwaves stuff.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, he is,
Do you believe in aliens?
I do. There
Does
has
he
to
ever
be.
Does he ever show you any of this research he's working on or anything?
He's really good about it. He'll do small doses because he has a lot of knowledge, and he knows other people's brains aren't as invested and don't understand as much as he does, because
Sure.
he just researches it. That's all he
That's
does.
his passion.
That's it. So, but he's really clever about it. He'll feed me bits of information, but then he'll talk about my record or talk about something, and then be
Right.
like, back to this UFO sighting, and
Yeah.
he's good. He's got a balance. So
Cool.
Yeah.
And then Jack Antonoff also produced a song on the album.
yeah.
How'd you guys meet?
Well, I mean, so we're label buddies, and Lena was a really big fan of some of the songs, which
Okay.
was great. So she was tweeting at me, and we had this really great sort of friendship happening online. And then I got offered to do the Bleachers support tour.
Okay, all right, okay.
So it was
That
really,
makes sense.
yeah, it was really cool. We sort of like, built a bit of a friendship up, and I really wanted him to work on a song.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be that annoying guy that was like, hey, I really want you to produce a song. So I let it go, and I was trying to play cool dude. And then he came to me, which was so great, and said we should do something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love him and his work ethic. I've talked to him about that before. He says, like, when he was younger in high school, college, he wasn't going to parties. He was staying home and playing music. Like, this is just his passion.
Man, I call him a mastermind,
Yeah,
because
he
he is.
He absolutely is.
Watching him work, watching him perform on stage and build songs, and I don't know, he's one guy I could just observe forever.
Yeah. So was it easy? I think it's cool. The way you did it and sort of put out this album, I think is very cool. Was it easy for you to record a song here and a song there? Or, because I know some people have to just hunker down for a week and make the whole thing in the same spot. And
Yep. Well, I was pretty lucky because I have a catalog of songs that I've had for a long time.
Yeah.
And the second I finished my 6-track EP, Night Thinker, I was already writing Love Monster.
Okay.
And to be honest, I had the whole album done, and then Jack Antonoff, Joel Little, and Mark Hoppus only came on board at the very end.
Gotcha.
So I had to lose 3 songs.
Oh, you did?
I
Not
was
lost
like,
forever, though.
Not lost forever. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Oh.
Like, I move on really quickly, and I'm writing all the time, so it's weird. But I was so ready for the album, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I was really ready for it. I went and did majority in Byron Bay at home, so I was like really comfortable. And then I pushed the limit and was here in LA doing stuff with all the other guys. So I feel like I had a really great balance. I pushed myself to do something I wouldn't normally do. And I also was in my environment where that's where I write songs, and that's how it happens naturally. So it's cool.
Gotcha. And then I saw you post about, performing for scary people in boardrooms, and that's something that happens for new artists in America. I don't know if it happens in other countries, but you go to these radio stations or record label
Yeah. You gotta go sell yourself.
and you just have to stand there
Yeah.
where they have meetings with a guitar and just do
I
your
kind
thing.
of get off on it. I kind of
you
like
really?
it. It's scary, but it's also like, well, what have I got to lose,
Yeah.
Like, I was going to give up on this stuff ages ago. So, like, I'm already, like...
Is that true?
I've already ticked... Yeah, like, before a door, I was done.
It was just a hobby at that point?
Yeah,
like
it's
you
just
were...
like, no one's giving me any attention. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to write songs because I like writing songs. And then everything happens. So, anytime I get nervous, if I'm playing, like, a big show or a festival, I'm just like, what's the worst that can happen?
What do you got to lose?
What do I got to lose?
Another thing I think is super cool, I feel like I just keep talking about other musicians, but I've been a huge fan of Against Me forever, and Laura
Oh
Jane
my
Grace did a
God.
cover of Adore.
Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with her. Like, we were on the same tour called Groove in the Moo at home, and wow, I just noticed she was like side stage a lot, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's Laura Jane Grace. Like, this is huge. And then she hit me up and said, I'm going to cover your song, and I was like, oh my God, like, and I listen to that version more than I listen to any version.
For
like,
real?
It's so incredible. I'm a punk, like, I love punk, and I love Against Me, and that was just like my cool level. My street cred just went crazy.
For sure.
After that.
I agree. She did a Rolling Stone, I think, and I saw
Yeah.
it everywhere.
Yeah.
I was happy for you and for her and
Yeah.
for everybody. But do you listen to other versions of the song? That's interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
Are you online looking at covers or anything?
Every now and then someone I'll like, be on tour, and I'll check out some people who tag me and stuff. And there's some great ones. There's some horrible ones. But there's some really great ones. And there's a couple of bands at home. There's a band called Hellions that did a cover, and it's really cool. I don't know, like, maybe because bands know that I'm into bands.
Yeah, right.
There are a few bands doing it, so it's cool. It's really
Did
great.
you ever want to be in like a full-blown rock band?
Yeah, I was in like a couple of bands. It just didn't, because I'm a writer and I'm kind of a lone ranger.
Okay.
It doesn't work for me. Like, it just, I actually started out, I just didn't think I could sing or anything, so I just wanted to play guitar for people. But then I just, got the addiction of writing songs, and it's just a lot easier having it under Amy Shark, and I can sort of do it how I want to do it.
Of course, I get that. And then I don't want to I hate when people put out an album and people are like, so what's next? But do you think about the future? Do you think about, you want to do something different on the next album, or this is your style? Because I know it's hard to follow up like a successful, your first album, your freshman album. It can be kind of daunting to follow that up. And as an artist, I would think you're always thinking about the future.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan for the future of Amy Shark? Or you just kind of going for it, winging it?
No, I'm like I said, like I'm writing all the time. So the second I finish Love Monster, I was starting on the next album. So I don't think it's going to be too long between drinks for me and albums. Nice. I think it's something that like I haven't been doing this for 10 years. This is still new to me. So this is still like, so are you serious? I don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. I can just write songs all day. Well then, Jesus, like let's do this. Like I've got so many songs I want to write and stuff that I want to do. So I'm always looking for the future.
Awesome.
Like I drive everyone crazy because I just want to keep going and go. So it's good.
What was the last 9-to-5 you had before throwing in the towel?
I used to work for a football club. And I was the video editor.
So here, that would be a soccer team, I guess. Is that right, or no?
No, it's actually NRL. So it's different football. Like it's like tackle and like it's a bit rough. Yeah, they were called the Gold Coast Titans.
But this was in Australia?
Yeah.
And you were doing video stuff?
Yeah, so nice. I would like get the guys together and be like, okay, our new sponsor is, I don't know, some bank or something. So say this, and then I chop it all together and make it look cool.
Well, that sounds like a fun job.
Yeah, it was actually.
But you don't have to do it anymore.
No.
Hopefully ever again.
No.
Amy Shark, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for putting out the album. I'm a huge fan of yours. Let me give you a hug.
Thank you so much.
Amy Shark
Appreciate
at Myfm. Go get Love Monster. Bye.